Welcome back to Research TV. In this video, I'm going to show you how Lake Nyos killed 1,746 people in 1 minute. Watch till the end and see the deadly force that causes this occurrence at Nyos. Now, let's dive in. Lake Nyos had long been quiet. Before it happened, farmers and migratory herders in the West African country of Cameroon knew the lake as large, still and blue. But on the evening of August 21, 1986, farmers living near the lake heard rumbling. At the same time, a frothy spray shot hundreds of feet out of the lake, and a white cloud collected over the water. From the ground, the cloud grew to 328 feet tall and flowed across the land. When farmers near the lake left their houses to investigate the noise, they lost consciousness. The heavy cloud sunk into a valley, which channeled it into settlements. People in the affected areas collapsed in their tracks, at home, on roads or in the field, losing consciousness or dying in a few breaths. In Nyos and Camp was the first villages hit by the cloud. The cloud followed, killing people up to 25 kilometers away from the lake. Over the next 2 days, people from surrounding areas entered the valley to find the bodies of humans and cows lying on the ground. By August 23, the cloud had mostly blown away, and the silence had lifted, after being unconscious for up to 36 hours. Some people revived to find out horrifically that their family members, neighbors and livestock were dead. It killed 1,746 people. The lake had changed too. It was now shallower. Plants and leaves floated in it, and its formerly blue hue had darkened into rust. What was the deadly force that causes this occurrence at Nyos? Scientists soon learned that the cloud contained carbon dioxide. That finding explained the cloud's heaviness, since CO2 is denser than air. The cloud was actually CO2 mixed with air. The CO2 killed directly by shutting off people's consciousness and breathing. When the CO2 concentration was 15% or less, people lost consciousness and later revived. Individuals who inhaled more than 15% CO2 stopped breathing in minutes and died. As for why the lake ejected CO2 up to a third of a cubic mile of it, some scientists disagreed. One camp believed a volcanic eruption released CO2 and blew up the lake. Another camp thought CO2 was gradually leaking into and being stored in the lake. When the lake exploded, it released the gas in a gigantic, deadly burst. While the two camps of scientists were fighting, they agreed that CO2 killed the people. As years passed, scientists resolved the debate about the origin of the CO2. After measuring gas at the bottom of Lake Nyos, they found a CO2-rich layer, meaning CO2 had been trapped in the bottom of Lake Nyos for a long time, held down by 682 feet of water. On the day of the eruption, however, something external triggered the release of gas. Most likely, it was a rock slide from one of the lake's walls. When the falling rocks sunk to the bottom of the lake, they pushed up some gas,